morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We take a look at your weekend forecast for April 7th through the 9th, Easter weekend, and weather's looking pretty calm this weekend. We have finally moved into a quieter weather pattern here. Looks like that's going to continue. The warmth that you might be hoping for this time of year for spring, not going to quite happen this weekend, but as we head into next week, we definitely will see that warmth come back. So, and the dry weather will basically continue. So, yeah, here's what's going on across the country here. We're going to start off with satellite view. You can see we've got a storm brewing to our south. Looks like, ooh, maybe this is going to head in our direction, but no, this is going to slide out well to sea south of us. We do have a secondary front. We'll show that in a second on radar that is approaching our area. That's going to kind of reinforce the chilly air, kind of hold our temperatures back today. It'll be pretty chilly today for this time of year. Temperatures are going to struggle to make it to the 40s. Lower elevations will certainly see low, maybe even some mid 40s in lower elevations, but higher elevations, upper 30s today. Again, that's a few degrees below average, especially when you consider that we got to have basically pretty full sunshine today. A couple of clouds from this system may make their way here, just as kind of add a milky flavor to the sky. They may stick around a little bit tomorrow as well, but it's mostly going to be to our south. Sunday, full sun on Sunday. I think there's basically no clouds on Sunday, and Sunday's the warmest of the day. So Easter, certainly a pretty good start, or a pretty nice day for you out there on Easter. Pretty nice early April day. So here's what's happening. You can see on radar that the rain is staying much further off to our south, or quite a bit further off to our south after it finally kind of moved through yesterday. This front, which doesn't really even have any clouds with it, will eventually kind of swing through. We'll be kind of breezy today. And so for areas in southern Vermont that still have snow on the ground, which is a lot of us, at least a little bit of snow on the ground, or who have just lost their snow, that could potentially bring in up some, or you should be all right. But areas that haven't, the valley locations down in the Bennington area, certainly along the Connecticut River, up through Rutland is potential as well. Fire danger is starting to creep back up there. So you want to keep an eye out for that, particularly today's breezy. The rest of the weekend is still dry, but not as breezy. I think we could have some high fire danger days next week. For areas that don't have any snow left. For the areas around, like for instance, here in Londonderry, snow is quickly fading. There's not as much of it as there was, but it takes a little bit to dry up, but it doesn't take much. So certainly fire danger will increase. I think towards the end of next week, we could be real high fire danger. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for now, today's a pretty high fire danger day for areas, the lower level elevations in southern Vermont. So you have to keep an eye out on that. Just if you're going to burn, well, first of all, if you're in some of those locations without any snow on the ground, you got to call your fire warden, and they're probably going to say no to you today. That's just the way it's going to be. And you want to be careful about that kind of thing, discarding of any kind of ashes and things like that. Just be cautious, because it is we're into that time of year. April is the time of year when we get brush fires in Vermont for the most part. Okay, as we head beyond that, let's take a quick look at, here's the overall pattern. You can see we do have this trough of colder air. This is at 500 millibars. Basically, we see this trough is where the blue is here across Canada. That's going to swing down across us this weekend. So it's going to lead to some nice weather underneath this trough, because we don't have any surface reflection with it. But what it is going to mean is we're chillier temperature-wise. Actually, if we go back to the map just real quickly, real quickly back to the map, you can see we got a lot of temperatures, pretty chilly, kind of wintry here across Canada. We won't be this chilly, but we'll definitely be chilly as we head through the next day or so, and we'll be kind of cooling off throughout today. What's eventually going to happen is this ridge here is going to expand and head in our direction for next week. We get kind of a cut-off low pressure system here across the southeastern part of the United States, but with the ridge sitting on top of it, the pattern gets kind of blocky. And we end up kind of in persistent nice weather for next week. Next week looks really nice if you're looking for some spring-like kind of temperatures. In terms of the overall forecast today, breezy temperatures in the low 40s on average, mid 40s if you're in the valley locations, upper 30s for some of us up in the mountains here. Breeze will make it feel 5 to 10 degrees chillier, so it'll feel a lot more like March than April, but pretty sunny today, pretty nice day overall. Overnight tonight, we cool back off into the low 20s. If you're still sugaring, most everybody has wrapped up, but a few people are still going a little bit. There's actually a pretty good stretch here. Sugaring will quickly come to an end next week, whatever's left of it. Most of it has ended, even in the higher elevations. But anyways, tomorrow, a degree or two warmer. Very similar day to today, not as breezy tomorrow. So those valley locations, fire danger goes down a bit, although still very dry, so you have to keep an eye on that. Temperatures fall back to the mid-20s. Easter sunrise services will be very nice. No clouds on Sunday. No problem in terms of seeing the sun Sunday morning if you're up early for your Easter sunrise service. Temperatures will be a bit warmer. We're heading towards the upper 40s, some 50s in the valley locations, I think, on Sunday afternoon. So a nicer day. Still, this is probably pretty close to average for this time of year, especially with the sun. But we're going to go well above that as we head towards the middle of next week. And temperatures will fall back. Still a bit chilly on Sunday, but by Monday, we really kind of start the ramp up to warmth. I think everybody will be in the 50s on Monday. And 60s are definitely high likelihood for most places. Some people are going to see 70s, maybe mid 70s for some of the end of next week, it looks like, as we head forward. So let's not go to that screen. Let's go to this screen. Dry and pleasant for Easter weekend. So get out there and enjoy, and certainly try to, if you're out there for an Easter sunrise service, you should have really good weather for that. No rain, only a few clouds Friday and Saturday. That would be today, I guess, and tomorrow. Temperatures will be seasonably chilly with a warming trend towards Sunday. Easter sunrise services, it should be chilly with no cloud cover. You are going to want a jacket because you're going to start off in the 20s for the most part. And next week looks dry and warm. So there you go. That's what we're looking like. And I will be back on Monday with a look at your work week forecast. And if you're excited about it getting warm and dry, you should join me for next week, because next week looks really nice in terms of us playing